In Russian Ufa, our drones struck one of the key oil refineries located as far as 1,500 kilometers from the Ukrainian border. Residents are posting footage of fires and columns of black smoke. The Ufa oil refinery processes up to 8 million tons of oil per year and produces, among other things, motor fuel. Together with two other nearby plants, it forms one of the largest oil refining complexes in Russia. Last night, drones also attacked an industrial zone in Tatarstan and energy facilities in our temporarily occupied territories. Our drones also reached Russian Tyumen. Right now, there's an emergency situation there. Not only are Ukrainian drones setting their oil refineries on fire, but the whole of Tyumen reeks of sewage.
There are tons of dead fish in the rivers, and what's coming out of the taps isn't water, but a highly dangerous substance from the sewers. Local residents are complaining en masse about illnesses, and the reason for this is flooding, multiplied by the traditional Russian negligence. You'll see for yourself in a moment.
They say trouble never comes alone and karma is never late. In Russian Tyumen, this rule is being put to the test right now. After Ukrainian drones struck the local oil refinery, the region was hit by massive flooding. But first, let's talk about the fire from the sky.
Don't burn, please, don't burn. Oh my God, what's going on? Just a little, just hold yourself together.
This is Tyumen under drone attack right on city day, July 25th. The city is located in western Siberia, 2,000 kilometers from the border. Until recently, it was considered a deep, safe rear area. But this summer, it has already been hit more than once.
This is because Tyumen possesses one of the most massive, or perhaps even the single largest, petroleum processing refineries in the entirety of the Russian Federation.
Here, a drone strikes the already burning Tyumen oil refinery. It produces gasoline and fuel for military equipment as well as diesel. However, after the attack, it suspended production.
This is approximately 3% of the diesel they produce, along with related products, for the entire Russian Federation. Some might say that 3% isn't much, but believe me, if we're talking about 3% here and already about 60% of all oil refining complexes in the Russian Federation have been damaged to varying degrees, then the problems are enormous.
However, the drone attack was not the only surprise for Tyumen on city day. At the same time, a dam burst there and the water level in the Tura River rose critically by more than a meter. Both city districts and nearby villages were flooded.
Usually everything behind it is green, fields, trees, but now absolutely everything is flooded. You can't even see where the water ends.
And the flooding in Tyumen actually began back in June. In 30 days, the region received 2.5 times the monthly norm of precipitation, and since mid-July, local residents have been complaining en masse about the quality of the water in their homes because it smelled of rot and feces.
Something very strange and unusual is starting to come out of the water tap right now. The tap water is currently running, but it smells absolutely terrible.
The water smells so bad that in some districts of Tyumen, people can't even wash their clothes because after washing, the clothes smell too.
An environmental disaster has begun in Tyumen. Dead animals and mass fish die-offs have been observed in the bodies of water.
The whole lake is full of dead fish, the whole lake. It's just like some kind of apocalypse.
At the same time, officials initially insisted everything is fine, the water meets the standards. The city authorities brushed off the problem and Tyumen residents bought up all the water in the stores.
Will someone please notice us already? We can't wash ourselves, brush our teeth, or even wash the dishes.
The Tyumen authorities acknowledged the difficulties only a few days ago. They declared a state of emergency and finally organized the delivery of clean water. And a real battle for it broke out among Tyumen residents.
And I am deeply convinced that in Tyumen, well, people are not thrilled that the Russian Federation, that Putin, that Moscow is only milking that region, and everything that's happening there definitely doesn't bring them any joy or comfort, especially now that the humanitarian catastrophe is unfolding.
The irony is that all this happened in one of Russia's richest oil regions. And together, these events have revealed the main point. The Federation's authorities are incapable of protecting Russians either from Ukrainian drones or from the consequences of natural disasters. Victoria Yarishkova, We Are Ukraine United News Marathon.